Hello everyone, this is Ira Dubey. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. If you haven't done so, all you need to do is click on this button right here and do it now.
I can remember Clive said, never again. If we can find some fast bowlers, let us see how well they handle it.
Oh, he hit it. That may have broken his jaw.
It wasn't going to take ordinary individuals to accomplish that.
It's like a bullet. If there's something in front of it, you could be dead. We were called the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
You can't take the heat. Get out.
Now, being from a colonized nation, a cricket-loving nation, I think that there's a real treat in theatres for all cinema viewers today. A film called Fire in Babylon, which tells the incredible story, the sports story of, it's a documentary telling the sports story of the absolutely incredible, invincible West Indian cricket team during the 70s and the 80s, is a film that everyone should watch. You don't have to be a cricket lover, you don't have to be interested in cricket, or you don't even have to know about cricket to enjoy this film. At a sort of a brisk 80 odd minutes, energetically told, well paced, a little bit haphazard, and sometimes a little repetitive with the message being hammered home. This one is extremely fun and entertaining as a documentary. It begins with the story of West Indian cricket, and I think every Indian, even the layman on the street who loves cricket so much, will appreciate how West Indian culture, the sort of the ethos of West Indies, had cricket in their blood. Yes, it was a colonized sort of a hand-me-down from the English, and of course it was something we imbibed from them, not just West Indies but Indians as well. But the fact that it became part of our very sort of cultural heritage and something that was part of every young boy's sort of dream to play cricket is beautifully told in the first 10 minutes. While Stephen Riley, the director, gives us a quick, very quick, sometimes a bit too quick overview of what the cultural, social, national, racial significance was of being a cricket player or playing cricket or being part of a team at that point of time in the West Indies. Now, as we know, the Caribbean, which is associated with Bob Marley and all that fun and sun and sand, was really going through a tumultuous time at that point of time. So historically, he takes us through a very quick overview of what was going on in the 60s and 70s, up to the point where while cricket was a great way to kind of sort of symbolic representation and assertion of national identity and national pride culturally, it also became a turning point because the professionalism and the sort of the turning points and the sort of the move from being entertainers, as West Indian cricketers and sportsmen were just considered entertainers, to actually proving their mettle, to actually becoming a force to reckon with, the journey is just incredible. Balanced with wonderful flavor, music, and the energy and life of the Caribbean. Interviews with some of the greatest players. I'm talking Andy Roberts, Michael Holding. I'm talking Viv Richards, of course. Great interviews, intercut with a lot of docu footage, archival footage, some of the greatest cricket moments across the board, and of course telling that extraordinary journey and the tale that spans that 1.5 decades, telling you the story about how this team became what it did, and how it became a unifying force for a nation, for a race that has always been oppressed, that has always been the downtrodden, the enslaved, and how the cricket and a sport gave them the strength and the courage and the bravery to sort of give their own fellow people and Africans across the board the courage to kind of express themselves. So whether it was the cultural revolution that happened, whether it was the sporting, the political revolution that happened, the liberation, the independence wars and fights and struggles that happened across Africa and the Caribbean, I think that the West Indian cricket team was a benchmark and a hallmark, and their journey and their ability to kind of fight in the face of all odds is something to really admire and learn from. And I was sitting there thinking that, my God, somebody needs to make a film on the Indian cricket team and do it now. And I know someone will be come on, filmmakers, wake up. And I know, of course, we're going to have a film on our little master, Mr. Tendulkar. So, wakey, and I want to see one on India next. Ira says, catch it.
No other team in any discipline anywhere in the world dominated their sport for 15 years.
It was like flames whipping the asses of Nazis.
It's history that you'll never forget.